Welcome back. This series is based on our solution and solubility series. So the question here 48, smoke consists of, first, jot down. Smoke is solid dispersing gas. Fog is liquid dispersing gas. Foam or lather is gas dispersed in liquid. Emulsion is liquid dispersed in liquid. Sour or gel is solid dispersed in liquid. Now let's take this question. Number 48 would be solid dispersed in gas, right? So 48 is option solid dispersed in liquid or dispersed in gas. Option B, smoke is solid dispersed in gas. Option B. Let's run through this. We are going to stop at question 100. So I'll be very fast. Sodium hydroxide should be stored in properly closed container because it will absorb water readily. If you expose it, and it absorbs water readily from the atmosphere. It is deliquescent. And so 49 is option A. Readily absorb water from the atmosphere. Option A. 50. Which of the following ion is a pollutant in drinking water, even in trace amount? Even in trace amount becomes a pollutant. Option B. Mercury. Actually, right. Heavy metals could be pollutants in water. 1. Lead. Number 2. Tin. Number 3. Mercury. But the major ones are mercury and lead. 51 calculation. 52. A sample of temporary hard water can be prepared in the lab by dissolving sodium. Option D. Dissolving sodium hydrogen tricarbonate 4 in some distilled water. Dissolving sodium hydrogen tricarbonate 4 in some distilled water. Jot this point down. Temporary hardness of water is mainly caused by calcium hydrogen carbonate. It's also written as Ca open bracket HCO3 close bracket 2. While permanent hardness of water is mainly caused by calcium sulfate CaSO4, CaCl2 or MgSO4 or MgCl2. Okay, jot that down, very important. I want to see that at the end of this video. Next question 53. 52. So we say 52 is option D. 53. A property a property of colloidal dispersion which a solution does not have is called Tyndall effect. Tyndall effect. Tyndall effect. Tyndall effect. Tyndall effect. Tyndall effect. I would like to give some notes on this, right? Tyndall effect is the ability to scatter light. Tyndall effect is the Tyndall is the ability to scatter light. Is the ability to scatter light. Next question 54 is it has to do with a bit of calculation. Okay, no. 50 centimeter cube of sulfur dioxide, 800 centimeter cube of ammonia, and 450 of hydrogen chloride. 1 centimeter cube of water at 15 degrees Celsius. Which of the following is suitable for demonstrating fountain experiment? Write this one down. NH3, ammonia, and HCl, hydrogen chloride, are used to demonstrate fountain experiment because they are extremely soluble in water. Jot that down. So 54 is option C. We don't need to drag them again. 55. One of the advantages of detergent over soap is that detergent forms soluble salts with hard water. I don't need to drag that one. Keep that like that, or you could jot it down. 56. Water for town hall is chlorinated to kill bacteria. Option B. No need to drag. I touched that already. 57. On which of the following is solubility of gas substance dependent? Solubility of gas substance is dependent on, let's see, nature of the solvent, nature of the solute, temperature, and pressure. 57 is option A. 57 is option A. Keep it there. 58. An emulsion paint consists of liquid dispersed in liquid. Option B. There's no time to waste there. We'll touch that already. 59. Water can be identified by the use of water is identified. This is for the test of water. Use of anhydrous copper sulfate or cobalt chloride. Copper sulfate is CuSO4. Cobalt chloride is CoCl2. I'm trying to be fast so also the videos will not be too boring for you. 59 is option A. Anhydrous copper 2 tetrasulfate 6. Number 6. The phenomenon whereby sodium tricarbonate decahydrate loses some of its water crystallization is option D. Efflorescence. Efflorescence. Option D. This will be demonstrated with, for which of the graph above the solubility increased rapidly with rise in temperature? 61, I could say the one with the steepest curve. Anyone will get the steepest curve. So in this case, 61 is option B. The one with the 61, right? 61, the one with the steepest curve. Let's say something is steep, it goes like this. So the graph with the steepest curve, in this case, you see it, 61. So the graph with the steepest curve, in this case, you see it is KNO3, option B. 62. Which of these gases can be dried with concentrated H2SO4? Can be dry or cannot be dry. We need to be very, very careful here. Since they say can be dry, it's SO2, option D. 63. A solid that absorbs water from the atmosphere and form an aqueous solution is called deliquescent. If you absorb water and form solution, it's called deliquescent, option C. 64. A major effect of oil pollution in coastal waters is destruction of marine life actually, because it will deplete the oxygen level, which will cause destruction of marine life, or most of those marine items, marine organisms, they will die off. 65. Sodium chloride has no solubility product value because of its, check, look at it, you see how flat it is, sodium chloride, from this graph here. So it has no solubility product value. This implies that it has high solubility, option B. That's why they say it has no solubility product value. Right, solubility product value applies only to salt with low solubility. So if they say something has a high solubility product value, it means the thing is not soluble. Example, silver chloride, AgCl2. But sodium and potassium salt, they have no solubility product value, meaning they are highly soluble, option B. No mind the way they take turn and adjust English. 66 has to do with calculation. 67, deliquescent substances are also hygroscopic. 67 is option C. 68, the difference between colloid and suspension is brought out clearly by the fact that while colloid do not settle out on standing, suspension do. So 68 is option D. 69, in general, an increase in temperature increases the solubility of a solute in water because most solutes dissolve with absorption of heat, option D. 70, a major process involving the softening of hard water is conversion of soluble calcium salt to its carbonate 4. Conversion of soluble calcium salt to its carbonate 4. To its carbonate 4, actually, option A. 70 is option A. 71 has to be calculation. 72, similar thing. 73, synthetic detergents are preferred to soap for laundry using hard water because the calcium salts of detergents are water soluble, option B. 74, potassium tetraoxomanganate 7 is often added to impure water to disinfect it. Let's see, remove 74, to destroy bacteria and algae. So right, potassium tetraoxomanganate 7 is used to destroy bacteria and algae in impure water. 75 is calculation. 76, soap leather is an example of colloid in which a 76, they say in which a, let's see, soap leather, that's the foam in a soap, is an example of colloid in which would be, that's 76, that should be gas dispersed in liquid, option C. 76 is option C, gas dispersed in liquid. 77, the method that can be used to convert hard water to soft water is, there are different methods, and in this case it's just too ambiguous. They didn't state if it is permanent hard water or temporary hard water, so I'll need to check carefully and I'll pick my answer. Ion exchange resins, I'll pick ion exchange resins, option C. I'll need to demonstrate questions, solve this one. There are skip 80. A side effect of soft water is that so soft water also have a side effect. Let's take down the side effect of soft water. First, write down the comparison. Hard water, right, it wastes soap. It is tasteful, like it has taste. It helps build strong bones due to calcium. It's good for water transportation in late pipe. Next, it causes foreign of kettles, and also it's not suitable for dyeing. Like if you want to dye, dying. Next, right, soft water does not waste soap. It is tasteless. It lacks calcium ions. It is not suitable for water transportation. It doesn't cause foreign of kettle. And lastly, it is suitable for dyeing and tanning. Suitable for dyeing and tanning. So question option 8 is it attacks lead. So soft water used to attack pipes. It attacks lead contained in pipes. Option D. 81 has to do with a calculation. Would go again. We'll stop this. Okay, it's almost 10. We'll stop this one here. 82 calculation. 83. The pollution from petroleum spillage in rivers and lakes can best be dispersed by pouring detergent. Option A. The liquescent substances are used for drying. Option D. Okay, 84 is option D. Calculation. The chemical used in coagulation of water, it has to do with aluminium. 87 is option A, aluminium sulfate. 88, steam changes the color of anhydrous cobalt 2 chloride from blue to pink. Option D. 88 is from blue to pink. Option D. 89, the foreign of kettle is caused by the presence of calcium hydrogen trioxocarbonate 4. Write it down. Calcium hydrogen trioxocarbonate 4. Option D. 90, tetrasulfate 6 acid burns the skin by it burns the skin by option C, dehydration. 91, when a salt loses its water of crystallization to the atmosphere on exposure, this process is called efflorescence. 91 is option C. 92 has to do with a bit of calculation. 93, a solution that will dissolve fat. Would continue the next part of these questions from 93. Thanks for watching. At this point, I expect you to jot down the note I've given all through while explaining or giving the correct answers. Snap it and send to me on the group for verification. If you also have any question, drop it on the comment section or on the group. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.